Hi everyone, it's Saturday morning and it's the 6th day of studying in depth this particular comic book. Not since the days of medieval scholars poring over scriptural manuscripts has pages been subjected to such detailed scrutiny, and time now to move on to the next story, which is about Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. So this Superman family basically comprises his cousin, his girlfriend, and his pal, Jimmy Olsen. And yes, time for Lois Lane in a story called The Irresistible Lois Lane. And the lead-in says, the dream, the dream of any girl's life is to be kissed by a superhero.
Is it indeed?
Yeah, but now, Dr. Jenny, you might need to direct extra power to the shields around your feminist nacelles during this one. And Lois Lane is no exception. However, when in the course of one afternoon Lois is kissed by three superheroes, like Green Arrow, Aquaman and Batman, it's no wonder that her arch rival, Lana Lang, must conclude with envy that the impulsive girl reporter has become the irresistible Lois Lane. So Lois Lane had her own comic since I think like the 50s. This story is reprinted from 1961.
That was before we knew women were any good. Was it?
I think if I had somehow crawled out of Brighton Maternity Hospital and in some miraculous way gone to a shop and bought a comic, this could be a comic I bought at that precise moment. Um, so that didn't happen. So we can thank this 1975 comic for reprinting this saga. So, introductory splash panel. Yes, here's Lois with a nice, not sure what you call this kind of hairstyle. It's kind of like it's not a bob, is it? It's kind of a more blob than bob.
I'd say, I don't know, that hairstyle.
She looks very different from on the cover where she's sporting a mini skirt and long hair. Anyway, here she is in 1961, working at the Daily Planet. Surprise bouquet of flowers arrives. Need to remember that later. And then, over at the window, work colleagues saying, Lois, come quick. Crypto, Superman's dog, is writing something in the sky with a smoke flare. So the story begins. There's Crypto writing a big letter L in the sky. What's that all about? Then Perry White, the editor of the newspaper, chomping a cigar, which is an editorial requirement, is demanding that Lois comes up with something to boost circulation of the paper. And her idea for a feature, Heroes I've Kissed by Lois Lane. So it does get a bit icky from here. Here she is getting dressed. What I need is man bait.
What?
A dress that can hug the curves. Perfume, etc. Getting dressed. My hair looks attractive. My makeup is on right for a change. For a change, implying that she's normally not bothered about things like makeup. The impulsive girl reporter. So there she is in her in her dress and pearls and fancy perfume. I'm sure capturing the male eye. And she goes to an archery contest with Green Arrow, where she volunteers. So Green Arrow's one of the superheroes. He's like a super skillful archer. Okay. She volunteers to be part of the show, throws playing cards into the air, which are then shot through by an arrow, and at the same time, Lois's pearls like burst and fly away from her neck in a panel that's like some kind of surreal art. And I think I mean surreal in the technical term of sort of art that uses images from the subconscious and dreams to sort of subvert reality, because it just looks so strange, this occurrence
Sorry.
with a tune. Um,
Sorry, June.
Anyway, the pearls are rescued by Green Arrow's got a vacuum arrow that hovers in the sky and sucks things up. Yes, very useful.
Yeah.
And then there's the kissing, first of the um, kissing episodes. And Lana Lang is like, what's going on? So Lana Lang, this arch rival, she's the TV presenter, and seems to be filming what's going on. So heroes like Green Arrow don't act like that in public. Um, anyway, moving on, moving on. Lana Lang's taking her to task. Millions were watching over TV. The way you threw yourself at Green Arrow was disgusting. Anyway, new story. Aquaman and his sea patrol are rescuing a burning. There's a ship on fire. Aquaman comes, and we're reminded that he communicates with his sea creatures through fish telepathy. And there's lots of crazy fish action. Um, Take it easy, folks, while the whales douse the flames with their spouts. Climb down the ladders formed by the eels. Let my octopi pass you down to the dolphins, tarpons, and sharks, waiting to transport you to the shore.
Waiting to bite your leg off.
There's a staircase. Yes, but he can control them with his mind. You see.
Of course.
There's a staircase formed by swordfish. Yes. Oh, Aquaman, you were terrific, says Lois, and she's kissing him as well. So what's all this kissing? He sails away on a whale, um, and now Lois is talking to Lana Lang, planning her next assignment. I hear Batman is in town. I'm anxious to meet him. And then Lana Lang, in her balloon here, says a fantastic bit of dialogue and an American slang phrase that I'd never heard before that's just awesome. So this is Lana Lang hearing that the plan to go and meet Batman, to sample his kissing technique, no doubt. Really, Lois, you've got more crust than a pie. More crust than a pie. Sounds a bit disgusting, but it was crust apparently meant like effrontery or brazenness. It could be more crust than a pie factory was another one.
Can't wait to put that into a
She's
sentence.
got more crust than a pie. Yeah, we'll probably say that every day from now on. Anyway,
more
over
crust
to
than a pie you have, mate.
Batman thwarts some criminals with remarkable ease. And yep, there's kissing going on again. Massive snog. Right, so now what's happening? Later, outside Metropolis, Batman meets up with Aquaman and Green Arrow, the other kissers.
Or kisses, mate.
Yeah. For a pre-arranged rendezvous. Here comes Aquaman, lifted to the cliff top by a whale's spout, and Green Arrow shot himself up by the catapult seat of his arrow car. And then it all begins to make sense because they all pool their lipstick stained handkerchiefs, and these handkerchiefs are then flown by Batman to the North Pole, where Superman is in a green kryptonite trap. And the handkerchiefs, these lipstick smeared handkerchiefs, are thrown down to him by a batarang.
By a waterang.
Batarang, like a boomerang, but it's
but
bat.
Yes.
Yes. And it turns out this was all a plan. The whole thing, Crypto's L, which was communicated to Crypto using super ventriloquism, was a indicated that Plan L needed to happen, and there's an incredibly convoluted explanation um, for why all this kissing happened. Apparently, some red kryptonite, which is another kind of kryptonite that has weird effects on Superman, but this particular kind that can only be used once makes him immune to green kryptonite. So she had to get the red kryptonite to him. But remember that bunch of flowers from panel number 1? She spotted a crystal eye. Again, back to the surrealist art. A crystal eye in the bottom of the vase. So she knew she was being observed. So she had to covertly get the crystals of red kryptonite to Superman. I hit on a scheme to avoid their suspicions, broke open the lead capsule inside my purse, used my lipstick to pick up the grains of red kryptonite, like dipping a celery stick in salt.
Well, blow me down.
Then all the kissing, there's been whispering as well, so they know what's going on, and Lois is in the end rewarded by a super kiss from Superman, and all is well, and there's been no, now I'm no Freudian analyst, but I think you could spend time analysing the sort of psychosexual undercurrents of this story. But we'll leave that there. That was Lois Lane's adventure reprinted in Superman Family. One more to go, which would be the Jimmy Olsen story. So get to that tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you next time.